You didn't choose this pain. You didn't volunteer for this battle. You didn't ask for the detour, the loss, or the silence that followed. But here you are, still breathing, still standing, still you. How? Why? Because somewhere deep inside, buried beneath the scars and the noise, there's a spark, a small flame that refuses to die, a memory not just of who you were, but of who you are meant to become. Pain is a cruel teacher, but also the most honest one. It doesn't come to punish you, but to wake you up, to shake the foundations you built on lies and false promises, to clear the path by burning away what no longer serves you. You tried to outrun it, you tried to hide it behind smiles, distractions, and hollow words, but pain is patient. It waits for you in the silence, in the dark corners of your mind, when no one else is watching. You feel it like a weight on your chest, pressing down so hard you forget how to breathe, like a storm inside your soul that rages without mercy, like an echo of every loss, every betrayal, every goodbye that ever tore your heart apart. And yet you're still here, still standing, still breathing, because pain is not the end of your story. It's the beginning, the necessary breaking that allows you to rebuild stronger, wiser, and more alive than ever before. But that journey is not simple. There is no shortcut through grief, no quick fix to heal a shattered heart. You must walk through the valley of shadows, step by painful step, carrying the weight of every moment that tried to break you. It's exhausting, it's lonely, it's terrifying. Some days you will want to give up, to stop fighting, to disappear into the silence forever. But then, in the darkest moments, a faint light appears, a whisper of hope. A reminder that beneath all the pain, beneath the doubt and the fear, there is a you whole, radiant, and waiting to be reborn. That version of you was never lost, just buried beneath the noise, the scars, and the world's relentless demands. And now is the time to dig deep, to find that spark again, to let it grow into a flame that can't be extinguished, because you are not fragile, you are forged, forged in grief, forged in silence, forged in the nights no one applauded. You are not broken, you are becoming, so breathe, feel, remember, this is not just survival, this is resurrection. You see, pain is not your enemy. It's a sacred corridor carved in darkness not to trap you, but to transform you. Every scar you bear is a mark of survival, a signature of strength written by your soul's refusal to surrender. The nights you cried alone, the days you felt invisible, the moments you whispered to yourself, I can't go on. They are threads woven into the fabric of your becoming. No one can understand the battles you fought inside, the silent wars where your heart was the front line and your mind the battleground, where every tear was a soldier and every breath a victory. The world will tell you to move on, stay positive, fake it till you make it. But the truth is, you don't have to move on, you have to move through the wreckage, through the shadows, through the sleepless nights and the quiet mornings where nothing makes sense. Because inside that valley of darkness, the brightest light is born. There is a version of you untouched by fear, unbent by rejection, unashamed, unfiltered, unafraid, that you was not lost, just buried beneath years of doubt, guilt, and silence, buried beneath whispers of I'm not enough, maybe I'm too much, this is just how it ends. But hear this, that version of you, still breathing, still waiting, still whole. Pain is the earthquake shaking the ground beneath your feet to wake you up. The world doesn't need more people pretending everything is fine. It needs warriors who have stared into the abyss, walked through fire and come back glowing, not untouched, but transformed. That is who you are. That is what you're becoming. You are the phoenix in mid-flight. The warrior in mid-rise, the soul in mid-repair, building itself into something stronger than before. Close your eyes. Imagine a version of yourself 5 years from now, standing taller, smiling deeper, laughing louder, not because life is perfect, but because you've stopped apologizing for your light. They don't need validation. They don't wait for permission. They don't shrink themselves to fit small rooms anymore. Now ask yourself, how did they get there? Not by skipping the pain, not by pretending it didn't matter, not by numbing it with distractions or half-truths. They got there because one day when everything shattered, they chose to rebuild. There's a story whispered through generations of a soul who walked through fire, not untouched but reborn. That soul is you. The fire burned their fear, it burned their shame, it burned the version of them that played small just to survive. What rose was someone unapologetic, unshakable, free. You may be tired. You may have questioned if it's worth it. You may have lain awake wondering if you'll ever feel whole again. But listen closely. The breakdown is not the end. It is the beginning of the breakthrough, and the universe doesn't test the fragile. It tests the ready. You are ready, ready to stop living halfway, ready to stop defining your worth by someone else's story, ready to stop performing healing and start living it. You don't need more motivation. You need a resurrection. What if this wasn't the worst thing that ever happened to you? What if this was the thing that set you free? What if all of this, the pain, the loss, the betrayal, the silence wasn't the ending, but the unlocking? Your scars are not signs of defeat. They are sacred signatures of survival, evidence that you chose to feel when you could have gone numb, that you chose to stay when you could have vanished. Your scars are sacred. Your story is sacred, and no one gets to shame your journey. You are not here to be a victim. You are here to be reborn, so take the heartbreak. Take the memories. Take the nights you wept into your own chest and forge them. Forge them into armor, into truth, into something holy, because this chapter isn't your death. It's your rising, and you don't need a perfect plan. You need a sacred decision to stay, to try to rise. I want you to remember something. You've survived every storm, every heartbreak, every moment that tried to break you. You're still here, and that means something. You didn't make it this far just to fade away. You made it this far to ignite. This is not where your story ends. This is where the plot twist begins. You are not fragile. You are forged, forged in silence. In heartbreak, in loss, in truth, you don't belong in the background anymore. You are the main character, the force, the fire. Let the world doubt you. Let them misjudge you. Let them leave if they must. Because you are done abandoning yourself just to be accepted. The fire that tried to destroy you was the same fire that refined you. You didn't just survive it. You became it. You became the lightning. The roar. The sound of your ancestors clapping in the distance saying, yes, that's who you are. Rise again. You don't have to rush this healing. You don't have to be graceful every moment. You just have to stay. Stay with yourself. Stay with your breath. Stay with your truth. Because you can fake your smile for the world. But your soul, it knows when you've abandoned it. And now is the time to come home to yourself. You are not broken, you are becoming. There is no shame in falling apart. There is power in putting yourself back together, piece by piece, on your own terms. So breathe and listen. You are not the storm. You are the thunder that follows. You are not the wound. You are the warrior who wears it with pride. You are not here to hide. You are here to rise. So say it now, not with your mouth, with your soul. Say it so loud that your past self hears you. Say it so clear that the ashes start shaking. Say it like it's the first truth you've spoken in years. I was not born to bow. I was born to build. I was not made to break. I was made to burn and rise again. Let the world whisper. Let the wind howl. Let life test you. You are no longer afraid of thunder because you are the lightning. You are not the broken thing. You are the builder. You are not your trauma. You are the alchemist who turns pain into power. You are not the ending, you are the awakening. Stay, not because it's easy, but because you are finally ready, ready to reclaim your fire, ready to rebuild your heart, ready to walk into the storm without flinching, because you finally remember who you are, who you've always been, and who you're still becoming. Every crack in your armor is a passageway. Every scar is a story. Every tear shed in silence was the salt that cleansed your soul. You've been through hell. Not just once, but again and again, and still here you stand, because resilience isn't about never breaking, it's about breaking and rising again, rising stronger, rising wiser, rising with a fire so fierce that nothing can douse it. There's a power in pain that the world fears, because it creates warriors, not the kind that wield swords, but the kind that wield truth, the kind that carry light into darkness, the kind that turn scars into stories of victory. You've been tested, pushed to your limits, made to question everything you believed in, but that was the preparation, the forge, the sacred fire that melted away the doubts, the fears, the chains. Now it's time. Time to rise like never before, to stand in your own light, to own your story without apology, because your past is not your prison. It's your foundation, and from it you build a new life, a new you. Stronger, freer, unstoppable. You don't have to wait for permission. You don't have to seek validation. You are the author of your destiny, the master of your fate, and the world will bend to the strength you wield. The strength that comes from knowing your worth even when no one else did. The strength that comes from loving yourself through every broken piece. The strength that comes from turning pain into purpose. So rise, rise with all your scars, rise with all your fears, rise with all the parts of you that the world tried to silence, because this is your resurrection, your rebirth, your second chance, and it's waiting for you. The fire inside you has never been just about survival, it's about becoming someone who no longer fears the storm because they are the storm. Someone who walks through darkness not to escape it, but to light the way. You have been forged in the flames of adversity. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every moment you thought you would break it all shaped you into a force to be reckoned with. This is your power, not the kind given to you, but the kind you took back, the power to decide how your story ends, the power to create, to destroy what no longer serves you, to build a life filled with meaning, courage, and fierce joy. Don't let the world fool you into thinking your past defines you. Your past is just the soil, the fire within you is the seed, and from that seed a mighty tree grows, roots deep, branches reaching high, unshaken by the winds. You are that tree, strong, resilient, unbreakable. So hold on to that fire, protect it, nurture it, because it's the light that will guide you through every dark night ahead. You are not alone, you never were. Your ancestors, your dreams, your spirit, they all walk with you. Their whispers fuel your courage, their strength breathes life into your resolve. Now it's your turn to claim your place in this world, to live unapologetically, to shine without apology, to rise every time you fall. Because you are not just surviving, you are thriving, you are alive, and the world is waiting for your light. It's time to stop shrinking, to stop dimming your light just to make others comfortable. You were born to shine. To blaze trails, to set the world on fire with your courage. The fear, the doubt, the whispers of not enough, they were never yours to carry. They were the chains meant to hold you back, but today you break them. You break free. You rise with arms wide open, embracing all that you are, flawed, fearless, unstoppable. This is your moment, your uprising, the sacred reclaiming of your power, no longer waiting for permission, no longer seeking approval. You are your own authority, your own sanctuary, the keeper of your own flame. Stand tall, speak loud, live bold, because you have earned this. Every scar, every tear, every lonely night. They led you here, to this very second, where you stand not as a victim, but as a victor, not as someone broken, but as someone whole. And now, the grand part 7, the final awakening to close your masterpiece with an unforgettable, soul-stirring finale. Now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, feel the fire in your chest, the power coursing through your veins, the infinite strength that has carried you this far. This is not the end, it is the beginning. The dawn of your new life. You are the lightning that splits the sky, the thunder that shakes the earth, the wild wind that cannot be tamed. Say it now, say it with every fiber of your being. I was not born to bow, I was born to build. I was not made to break. I was made to burn and rise again. Let these words echo in your soul. Let them shake the ashes of your past. Let them be your battle cry, your anthem, your truth. You are no longer afraid, no longer silent, no longer unseen. You are the awakening, the resurrection, the unstoppable force the world has been waiting for. So go, step into your power, master your thoughts, master your life forever. Now go, rule it.